Hi, and welcome to my blog. So today I want to talk to you about motivation. And if there's something that you want to do, change or overcome, but feel like you're flagging and don't know where to start, then this is the blog for you. So in counselling, I work with clients every day to achieve both long and short-term goals. And the same question always comes up: how to get motivated and how to stay motivated. So we all know that motivation is the key to changing or achieving anything, but often we think of motivation as something we're born with or not. But from what I've seen, that's not the case. I look at motivation as a skill that we can learn, practice, and most of all, get better at. So if you have an important goal, these 5 tips can help you pick it back up or get started in the first place, feeling more confident that this time round you'll be successful. Tip number 1, know your why. Motivation starts here. In a great TED talk by Simon Sinek, and you can find the link to that below this video, he asks how some people are able to achieve things that other people think are impossible. He uses examples from Apple, Martin Luther King, and the Wright brothers. His conclusion is to start with your why. And through his research, he's found that the why is more powerful for change than the what or the how. So when you're setting an intention or goal, I want you to think first about why it's so important to you. So it might be that you want to lose weight, but your why is to be more healthy, more active, and have more energy. Or your goal could be to quit an addiction, but your why is to improve your health or your relationships. And of all the clients that I've worked with who are clearest on their reasons, their why, and refer back to that frequently, they're the most successful. Tip number 2, staying motivated is staying inspired. Like motivation, we can think of inspiration as something that comes or goes, and it does if we don't go looking for it. I wrote in my last blog about using social media to feel better, not worse. And one of the ways we can use it to up our motivation is to sign up for updates from people who inspire us in the area that we want to change. These little nudges can come to us when we need them the most and remind us that our goal is possible. But don't just be limited to that. Seek out people who've done what you want to do. Read autobiographies or talk to people who you know who've already done it. So it might be that you want to build a business like Richard Branson or lose weight like your best friend did. Finding out how they did it, and importantly, how they overcome their obstacles, can and will keep you inspired. Tip number 3, plan it. So there was a study in the British Journal of Health Psychology recently that found that 91% of people who planned their intention to exercise by writing down when and where they'd exercise each week ended up following through. 91%. And that beat other groups who were asked just to track their exercise or given a leaflet on the health benefits. That's a huge percentage that was successful, and it's certainly something that I found works for me. So if you want to make a change, plan the steps you'll need to take to reach it. Tip number 4, big enough steps. And this builds on tip number 3. So it's important to think about the size of the next step that you're taking. And I talk about this in my counselling ebook that's coming out later this year. So if your steps are too big, you risk not meeting your goal and giving up. But if your steps are too small, you can lose motivation when you're not seeing the results you want, or you can feel ashamed that you're not progressing fast enough. So making sure that your next step is big enough to challenge you but not put you off is key here. And as this varies from person to person, you'll need to spend a bit of time thinking about what's best for you. Tip number 5, don't let others sidetrack you. And this is a big one. Know that although the people around you will probably be supporting you, they'll also be coming from their own perspective. So it may be that their outlook on change is pessimistic, or they may be trying to protect you from disappointment. Or it could be that they just don't take risks themselves and it makes them uncomfortable when people around them do. Either way, view other people's reactions and responses as statements about them and their beliefs, not about you. And really don't let anyone put you off from the things that you want to see in life. So, they were my 5 tips. I hope they've been helpful to you, and I encourage you to use any that feel right for you. And if you've got any feedback on this, or you need any help with what I've been talking about here, then you can contact me on my website through kirstymcgovern.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.